Aloha everybody and welcome back to Star Wars The Force Unleashed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be refighting Darth Vader because, like I said, there's actually a choice at the very end. I could have saved Coda and fought the Emperor, or I could choose to keep fighting Darth Vader and get my revenge on him for stealing me away from my father, for turning me into this Sith assassin. This guy has to die, and he has to die now.
Yes, kill him. He was weak. Broken. Kill him and you can take your rightful place at my side. No!
Help him!
So yes, this is a legitimate choice. I can go and save Coda and take on the Emperor and get the canonical ending, but instead, I'm going to drop down and I'm going to keep fighting Darth Vader. And Darth Vader is a lot easier than the Emperor, although in this third phase, he is a little bit tougher than he was in the first two phases. For one thing, you're going to have to get used to counterattacking now, you know? Like, when you try slashing Vader, he generally blocks it. He doesn't always block lightning, he doesn't always block your force pushes and stuff, but you absolutely have to get used to countering lightsaber swings, because that's the best way to get it opening on Darth Vader. And if you're playing on the higher difficulty modes and stuff, it doesn't really matter, you know? As long as you counter and stuff and attack him, you'll actually drain his health pretty quickly. And if you want to get the Sith Master, Sith Lord achievements, where you beat the game on the hardest difficulty, you can beat Darth Vader as the final boss, and he's a lot easier to deal with than the Emperor, but I digress. He's really not that much harder. He just blocks a lot of your stuff now. He's still the same Darth Vader fight we saw earlier, except now you gotta get used to countering his sword swings. Counter! Puh, puh, puh! Boom! Knock him down. Down stab him when he's down. You're gonna swing at me again. Counter! Bam, bam, bam! That's all she wrote for Darth Vader.
Excellent. Lord Vader was a broken shadow of his former self. I knew that one day you would replace him. You'll have just one final test. Destroy your ties to the Jedi, and at last you will be a Sith Lord. You have betrayed your master and your allies. I knew that you would betray me as well. And now, you have doomed yourself and your friends. You had such promise. You could have been my successor, my equal. But now... but I may still have some small use for you. I still have enemies to find and destroy. You will do my bidding until I find a new apprentice. And then, like Vader, you will be cast aside. Finish him.
Was the needle in the eye really necessary? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the dark side ending of the game. Rather than help his friend General Coda, who was being fried by electricity, Starkiller chose to give in to revenge and his hate, and he chose to kill Darth Vader and completely screw up the canon of the Star Wars movies, because now Darth Vader's dead. How's he going to show up in Episode 4? Come on! I actually like that ending a little bit. I know a lot of people don't like that ending, because I guess they were expecting Starkiller to kill the Emperor and then become like the head of the Empire and be like the ultimate Sith Lord controlling the galaxy, I guess. Like so many dark side endings are. Like in Knights of the Old Republic, that happens. In Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, that happens. There's a lot of dark side endings in Star Wars games where you just become the Supreme Emperor and then you conquer the galaxy and then that's the ending. And that's alright, that's good, fine, whatever. But I like this dark side ending because it went into the tragedy of it. It went into the Darth Vader side of the story by having Starkiller become the very thing he swore to destroy, you know? By getting rid of his bonds with Coda, by giving in to hate and revenge, he went down the exact same pathway that Darth Vader did, and so he ended up just like Darth Vader. He became part machine. Now he has this weird breathing noise, this weird breathing apparatus, and he's all fucked up, and he's a robot now, you know? And now he's a slave to the Emperor because he didn't learn from his former master's mistakes. Those who don't follow history are doomed to repeat it, you know? And I like that. It's very symbolic. It's like Starkiller didn't learn anything. He became just like Darth Vader. He didn't learn anything, and now he's a slave to the Emperor. It's like poetry.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme. Every stanza kind of rhymes with the last one. Hopefully it'll work.
But either way, folks, now I'm going to be tackling 2 of the extra DLC levels that came out after The Force Unleashed, and they all follow this ending, by the way. The next pieces of DLC will be following this particular ending, so come back for the next part when we go to Star Wars Episode 4, A Fragile Hope.